You're watching SKST Radio.
Well, welcome to another episode of SKST Radio, and you tune into the movie Real Talk, and I have a Real Talk movie director, writer with me today. He goes by the name of Paul Dale. Paul, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. Excited to be here.
Oh, you're welcome. You're really excited. How cool is that?
Let me put this down here. I got technical difficulties, y'all.
We should go to commercial break. No, I'm just kidding.
There we go. I'm not going to be looking at you just because I'm going to be looking at you, but it's easy. This way my camera doesn't fall. So
Okay, I got you. I understand. Hey, I do it all the time. Okay, so tell us about yourself.
Yeah, like you said, my name's Paul Dale. I'm a filmmaker based out of New Orleans, Louisiana. I've been making movies for, really since I was a kid. My dad got a family camcorder. We had an old VHS camcorder. And whenever my mom had to go off and do stuff, and my dad was left watching the kids, he didn't know what to do with us. So he'd pull out the camcorder and we'd remake, Rocky or stuff like that. We made these goofy little movies. And I got hooked at a young age, and I just, took off with it from there. And kind of now it's one of my passion and my hobby, I guess, is making these I particularly make sort of horror comedy movies, and that's kind of my MO. But that's more or less me, my rundown.
Well, I love it. So this movie is pretty much close to my heart because it's like you laughing or you don't know whether to be scared. It's one of those things that I know you're looking at me.
I'm trying to make it better. You would think the filmmaker would have a better setup for his camera, but I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good. And so, but anyway, the movie is funny. It's funny and it's scary. So, how do you put those two together? I mean, how did you come up with this movie?
Yeah, I'll tell you, the title came to me first. I was just kind of kicking things around, and one day Murdaritaville popped into my head, and I was like, man, that's really funny. And I got a weird sense of humor. So, and then from there, it took on a bunch of different forms. At one point, it was going to be a bunch of Jimmy Buffett impersonators having a hurricane party, and they were all going to start getting killed off one by one. And anyway, it sort of morphed into this weird thing. We talked about it, me and some of the people I work with, we talked through it, and then we wound up with, I don't know where the idea of the mutant parrot man came from, but once it arrived in my brain, I was like, oh, that's what we're doing for sure. So I like corny dad jokes and bad scary movies. So that's
a combination for sure.
Right?
For sure. And so basically you how long did it take you to write the story?
So I wrote the script pretty quickly, actually. I wrote it starting probably April of last year, when I actually sat down and said, okay, pen to paper, let me start doing this. And we started filming the movie in July. So okay. Yeah, I don't know. So whatever that time frame is. Plus, there was obviously several weeks of figuring out where we were filming and who the cast was going to be and all that other fun stuff. But yeah, I have a tendency to, I write my scripts really, really quickly, and then they're too short. So that's more or less what happened here. Yeah. So. I wrote a great script that was 10 pages long, and I was like, this isn't going to work.
Sometimes I do interviews that's only 9 seconds. So, it is what it is.
Somebody drops their camera. And...
right? That's the first. So you guys, you're in New Orleans. Did you film any of the film in New Orleans?
No, we filmed it actually all in where is it? Not Gulfport, but right on the other side of the Mississippi-Louisiana border. One of my friends his family has a fishing camp out there, and so we filmed it out at their fishing camp in southern Mississippi in late July and early August with about 95-degree heat every single day.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Yeah. That area, right past Biloxi, it's some kind of area that's really nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so because it's like going towards Florida and stuff. So
Mhm.
the
Yeah,
scenery
it's
that you have in your movies is beautiful.
thank you. Yeah, it is. It's surprisingly pretty out there. Growing up in Louisiana, I had a. It's like New York and New Jersey, right? Like people in Louisiana, Mississippi don't like each other, and there's no rhyme or reason for it. So I always had a negative opinion about Mississippi, but I'm having to slowly change that as I actually go over there, at least to the southern part of Mississippi.
Yeah.
Once you go up, north of the beach part of Mississippi, it's all.
So, so when is your release date for the movie?
So March 1st, the movie comes out on Amazon as well as our website, which is buythehorns.store, and then it'll eventually trickle down onto the other platforms and stuff as time goes on.
Okay. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. Yeah, I like this movie a lot. I think it's one of the better ones I've done. And yeah, I'm just excited to hear what people think about it.
Yeah. So now are you doing like are you doing the festivals or anything with this movie?
We've applied to a handful of festivals with it. So we shall see. I do a lot of cons and things, just these horror movie conventions, which is, if you know me in regular life, I don't fit in at horror movie conventions at all. I live in the suburbs. I have a day job. I'm the sort of oddball there, which is saying something, but I love it. And the people there are always great. And it's always a really fun time. And so we take the movies out to those conventions and meet people and talk to them. And anyway, it's always a blast and everybody's great.
Okay. Well, we have the trailer. Do you mind if we show
Please?
it to the world?
It'd be great.
Okay. Bear with us on this one. Might drop the camera. Go to the top. Minimize it again. Go to the top. There you go. Now push play.
You don't want to go down that water.
Why is that exactly?
That thing down there, it ain't right. It ain't natural.
The story goes that there's this werewolf-like creature that turns into a parrot man and attacks people.
It's definitely bird poopy. It's definitely fresh.
She doesn't do it twice.
Survive?
Yeah, stay alive.
It's my own damn fault.
Come Monday, I'll be all right.
Stop. And stop sharing. There we go.
All
Nice.
right. Thank
Okay,
you,
so your cast. How did you get the cast?
Yeah, so a lot of these actors I've worked with on other movies, you pick up people here and there, and I make very weird movies, as you can probably tell. So whenever I find somebody who's down and is willing to be a part of it and gets the joke, basically, I hold on tight to them and I keep forcing them to do my movies until they won't anymore. Yeah, a lot of the guys I went to high school with, and the girls, like I said, I've just picked them up of different productions and stuff, met them and said, hey, you want to be in a movie? And then they don't know what they're getting into and they show up and I'm having them getting killed by a parrot man.
I love it. I love it. So Parrot Man is, he could be the next, I don't know, well, you're probably too young, but when we were growing up, we had like the Rabbit Man. We had all these scary things that, they would try to make us go to sleep so these monsters wouldn't get us. So the Parrot Man is like a new one, like a Freddy almost.
I think so. Look, I don't like birds. I have a thing about birds. They freak me out. It's irrational, but I don't like them. So I think it's a good scary one.
Oh my gosh. So tell people how they can see the movie.
So yeah, right now, if you go to buythehorns.store, you can pre-order it right there, and there's a discount right now. I think it's like 20% off or something like that if you buy it before March 1st. But then on March 1st, you can get it from Amazon or through our website. Obviously, we got it on digital, Blu-ray, VHS, because I know there's still some people out there who like VHS. Believe it or not, they do exist, and they love it.
They won't move. They won't change.
They won't. So, but yeah, that's how you can get it. And if you're gonna get the movie, if I may request, buy it straight through our website, because Jeff Bezos doesn't need another rocket. And, he takes 50%. So
I believe, hey, got to do what you got to do. So let me ask you this: what's next on your plate?
So that's a great question. Next up, I think we're talking about doing a shark movie.
Oh,
yeah. So
it's Shark Week. I'm a geek, I know.
That's one of my previous movies I did a movie called Sewer Gators, which was literally about alligators coming up through the toilet and eating people while they were sitting on it.
Oh my gosh, I got to see that one.
But that one we got released in Japan, and so this Japanese company, apparently it's done very well over there.
Wow.
I wouldn't know. I don't see any of the money for that, but it's done well in Japan.
Like my book, I don't see any of the money.
Right,
anymore,
exactly.
You can buy it at Target now, and I'm like, what?
But so the Japanese distributor basically said to me, they said, hey, we want a sequel, and what we really like over here is sharks. Any chance you can make a shark movie? So there's a good possibility that we're going to make Sewer Sharks as a follow-up to Sewer Gators, or possibly Sewer Gators versus Sewer Sharks, something like that.
Well, if you need some extras, let me know. I might get
Absolutely.
out there to be an extra.
Absolutely.
I might get my arm ate off or something. I do know how to swim, so
it's better than most of my actors, I'll tell you.
It would be nice if the shark could give me while I'm in a real pool.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So thank you so much for sharing the movie and being on the show and letting people know how to get in contact with you. Are you on like social media?
Yes. The company page which is basically just me. So it's By the Horns TV on all the social medias, I think.
Okay.
I don't know if we're on all of them because there's too many to count now. I know we're on Instagram and Twitter, or whatever they call Twitter now, but I think some of the other ones too.
Guys, look for Paul Dale, director, writer, creator from New Orleans. This guy is going some places, and it's exciting because he got fun stuff going. He got movies that that make you laugh. They make you scared a little bit, but they make you laugh, and it's fun. It's good to be able to have a good laugh and a good scare. I love a good scare. I'm a Twilight Zone person, so bring it on. So thank you so much, Paul, for being on the show.
Oh man, thank you for having me. This was great. Yeah,
anytime. If you need us, we're here for you. Just look us up, tag us, and we'll help get the word out for you as much as we can.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay, guys, this wraps it up. Another Real Talk with SKST Radio, the Cammie Grayson Show. Paul, tell them goodbye.
Bye-bye, everybody. I'll look at the camera for that one.